transparency and extreme customer involvement. And again, I'm curious if this is actually something real or it's just a fake video that somebody made to mess with people's brains. Point number 4, and this is where stuff gets interesting. Social. And what I mean by social is, of course, these guys, I think, started the big, massive online multiplayer idea, so to say. You definitely know a friend or have been a victim of this game. Definitely somebody has played this game or you know somebody. But the interesting thing is, it did have the social aspect of it because you were playing with a buttload of people. But it's usually a guy who was sitting in his basement or at his computer the whole day. But it's interesting how the social element evolved in time because now we have these kind of things. This is a picture from League of Legends tournaments. Tens of thousands of people in the scene, tens of thousands of people watching from back home. For some guys, just playing a game. I think that is absolutely mind-blowing, and there are millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars invested in these kind of events. And you can't really see it, but that's a huge cup right in the middle. That will go, of course, to the winner. Elder Scrolls. Initially it was a uniquely single-player experience. Right now they're making Elder Scrolls Online because a lot of people would like to see that. So the social element is absolutely everywhere, and I have some fun statistics right now. Facebook games. You love them, you hate them, they are here to stay. Think about this, I just found these statistics. In the US, over 100 million people play social games every day. Absolutely every day. And even more statistics, the average age is 39 years, but this is the fun part. 66% of them play from their tablets, 53% from their smartphones. So imagine this, they're at work and they're playing social games. They're at home and they're playing social games. They're on the toilet and they're playing social games from their tablet. Even if they're on the bus, on the metro, even in bed before they go to sleep, they do play these social games. This is something amazing. And these are statistics only from the US. You can imagine how these numbers increase if you would add Europe and Asia as well. And this is the PS4 Controller. And just so you can, Sony I think is starting to nail this social element. They actually have a dedicated share button on the controller. So you can share your screenshots, your videos, your audio logs, or whatever the hell you want with all your friends in the PS network. That is amazing. Having on a controller, which they usually tend to be really small, and only with dedicated buttons, they have a special share button. That is just amazing. And in an even more interesting place, let's go into the mobile. I threw in some statistics, and I bolded the important ones out. Billions, 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 billions. This is just so you can imagine the hugeness, basically, of what the mobile industry is today. These were the ones that I found in 2011, and it generated a revenue of $12 billion in 2011. That's 2 years ago. But I would like, besides all these other pretty interesting facts, I would like you to focus on the last part, which says 80% of developers don't make enough money to be a standalone business. I think that is, again, very interesting because it makes you think, who the hell is making all those billions of dollars? And with that thought in mind, I do think mobile gaming is a dangerous field if you're a developer. It definitely is. It's something very risky, but it can have great results. I don't know how many of you have played Plague or Temple Run. They also have really nice stories behind them. Temple Run is actually a game made by the husband and his wife, and they just liked games and they just wanted to make a game, and now they have a game that sells like crazy. Plague is made by a guy I think a little bit older than myself, and he just wanted to make a game that was fun for him, and obviously he wanted to destroy the world using viruses, but it's fun for so many other millions of people. So it can have great success, even though for a lot of people it is dangerous and and sometimes it can have very negative impacts on your budget. Point number 6, Archos Script. This is an amazing technology. It was kind of thought about a lot of years back. They didn't really have great success, but I think this is going to be something that's going to pop out. Of course, you kind of look like an idiot with those goggles on your head, but the experience that these goggles give you is just, I don't know, amazing, I guess. And if you haven't seen this video, you should search for it on YouTube. It's a 9-year-old woman on the Archos Script. She's not playing any games, but she's looking at these environments from Italy. And she actually thought, with those goggles, she actually thought that somebody went there and took video footages, and then they put it in the goggles somehow. And she didn't realize the concept that was a 3D world that was created by some people. She actually thought that she was there. And that's the whole idea of giving that amazing experience to people. Point number 7, this is going to be a short one because it's still something that's very new, and that is cloud gaming. Just one more slide for this one. You have Gaikai, which was bought by Sony, and OnLive, which was bought by these guys who nobody knows anything about. These are the 2 major players in the cloud gaming industry. We don't have that much information, or I don't know that much information about it, but I think in the next 5 years, they will still start building up more and more. And one thing that I'm really curious about is what's Valve going to do, because I personally think that they will come up with some cloud gaming option on the Steam platform, and hopefully they'll come with Half-Life 3, which some of us are waiting like crazy. And point number 8, fun. Fun, fun, fun. Everybody wants to have fun while playing games. Everybody wants to have a fun experience with anything. Kids love having fun. Old people like having fun because fun is good. It's really good. And Jack Nicholson definitely agrees with me. So these are the 8 points that, in my opinion, are trends, even though some of them don't really look like trends, like what the hell was story? How is story a trend? But I think it still falls in the same category. But one important point about these 8 points is that they are useless if you don't have one crucial element, and that element is emotion. If you don't have emotion to give to people through your game, through your experience, through your project, your product, with anything that you haven't succeeded, because you need to give that emotion. It doesn't matter if that emotion is fear, if that emotion is disgust, if that emotion is love or hate, if that emotion is laughter, if that emotion is curiosity. All these things don't matter. You just need to evoke one emotion, or you can evoke multiple emotions. It doesn't matter which one you do, but if your product, any kind of product, evokes some emotion in one person, you can consider that that product had success, and especially if it's a game. So yes, emotions are good, and thank you, and that was it for me.